You've probably seen your cat do something small, almost forgettable, and didn't think twice about it. Maybe it looked cute, maybe a little random. But here's what most people never realize. Some of those tiny behaviors, they're not random at all. They're signals, ancient ones, precise ones. And in many cases, they mean your cat trusts you completely. Miss those signals, and you miss something much bigger. A deeper bond your cat is quietly trying to build with you. Here's the surprising part. Once you learn to recognize these hidden messages, everything changes. You start noticing patterns. Moments that used to feel meaningless suddenly make sense. And your cat? They stop feeling mysterious and start feeling readable. So if you want to truly understand your cat, make sure you subscribe, because what you're about to see is hiding in plain sight. Let's break down the signs. Number 1, the slow blink isn't cute. It's trust. Have you ever caught your cat looking at you, eyes soft, then slowly closing them, almost like they're drifting off? Most people see that and think one thing: my cat is relaxed. And yes, that's part of it. But what's actually happening goes much deeper. Think about this for a second. In the animal world, closing your eyes near another creature is risky. It means giving up awareness, letting your guard drop, even for a moment. That's not something animals do lightly. So when your cat looks at you and slowly blinks, they're sending a very specific message. I trust you enough to not watch you. That's vulnerability, real vulnerability. Now picture it clearly. Your cat is across the room, paws tucked neatly underneath, body relaxed. Their eyelids begin to lower, slow, heavy, deliberate. That's not boredom. That's communication. They're telling you, you are safe. Safe enough for them to let instinct fade, even just for a second. And here's the part most people never discover. When you slow blink back, you're answering them in their own language. You're returning the signal. You're saying, I trust you too. If you start paying attention, you'll notice patterns. They do it when the room is calm, when you enter their space, when you speak softly. It's subtle, but it's one of the clearest trust signals they have. And once that door opens, you start seeing something even more powerful. Trust that shows up not just in their eyes, but in how they position their entire body around you. Number 2, when they turn their back, it means you're trusted. Here's something that surprises a lot of people. When your cat sits with their back facing you, it doesn't mean they're ignoring you. It means the opposite. Because from a survival perspective, turning your back to someone is a risk. It exposes your blind side. It removes your ability to react instantly. No animal does that unless they feel completely secure. So when your cat chooses to sit near you, facing away, they're making a quiet decision. They're saying, I don't need to watch you, which means they trust you not to become a threat. They're sending you one of the clearest hidden signals of trust a cat can reveal. It sounds strange, right? Because to us, turning your back usually means disinterest. But for cats, it's the opposite. Deep in their primal instincts, exposing their back means, I believe you'll protect me if something happens. Think about the last time you were cooking, typing at your desk, or even feeling down, and your cat wandered in, quietly plopped down, and faced away. Most people miss the emotional meaning tucked into that tiny moment. What looks like distance is actually comfort. You've probably noticed how they settle, tail relaxed, shoulders loose, ears flicking only slightly. That posture says they feel completely safe sharing space with you, even without constant contact. And here's the key. Cats don't do this with just anyone, only with someone inside their trust circle. Watch for this pattern. It's one of those everyday rituals that speaks louder than most meows ever could. And that silent companionship leads straight into another misunderstood behavior. One many people mistake for clinginess when it's really attachment on a deeper level. Number 3, following you from room to room isn't clinginess, it's attachment. Picture this. You stand up to grab a glass of water, and within seconds, you hear soft paws behind you. Your cat shadows you down the hallway, sits nearby, and simply exists in your presence. Most people think they must want food, but that's not what's really going on. Cats follow those they see as part of their social circle, almost like a quiet check-in ritual. They don't need to touch you, curl in your lap, or make noise. Just being near you is enough. You've probably noticed the pattern. Bathroom trips, short walks to another room, even late-night stretches. There they are, settling a few feet away with that calm, watchful posture. That's not neediness. That's trust. That's connection. And here's something people often miss. When a cat chooses your orbit, they're revealing comfort, safety, and emotional attachment all at once. It's subtle, but incredibly meaningful. And hey, if this is starting to make sense, hit that subscribe button. You're clearly someone who wants to understand your cat on a deeper level, and that's exactly what this channel is for. This quiet companionship often leads to one of the most confusing signals of the moment your cat exposes their most vulnerable spot. Number 4, the belly show isn't always an invite. It's a test of trust. You've probably heard that when a cat shows their belly, they want a belly rub. They don't, not usually. And here's the truth most people miss. That exposed belly is a trust signal, not an invitation. When your cat flops onto their back, they're revealing the softest, most vulnerable part of their body. In the wild, this spot must stay protected for them to survive. So, when they show it to you, even for a second, they're saying, "I feel safe right here." Picture the scene. Your cat stretches out on the carpet, paws curled just slightly, eyes half closed. They're relaxed but watchful. This isn't random. It's a quiet ritual, one they only share with someone who has proven they're not a threat. And here's a small detail people overlook. Sometimes they'll do this near your feet or roll onto their side when you walk into the room. These moments are emotional messages, not tests you're meant to fail, but signs your bond is deepening. Pay attention to how often and where they do it. Patterns matter. And speaking of vulnerability, there's an even stronger signal your cat gives. One that happens when they choose where to sleep. Number 5, choosing to sleep near you means you're their safe place. If you've ever woken up to find your cat curled against your legs, pressed near your pillow, or asleep just a few feet from you, you know that moment. It feels sweet, maybe accidental, but it isn't. Here's why this matters. Cats only fall into true, deep sleep when they feel protected. Lightens can happen anywhere. Windowsills, chairs, cardboard boxes. But real rest is different. That's when their guard drops. That's when instinct takes a back seat. So when your cat chooses your bed, your blanket, or your quiet corner of the couch, they're sending a message. I trust you to keep me safe while I'm defenseless. You'll notice the clues. Their breathing slows, their body loosens, their paws twitch in tiny dream movements. That softness isn't just comfort. It's surrender. And they don't give that to just anyone. Watch the patterns. Some cats sleep touching your arm. Others stay close, but not on you. Some simply settle in the same room, close enough to sense your presence. Every version means the same thing. You've become part of their safe zone. And that kind of deep trust often leads to something even more intimate the moment they press their head gently into you. Number 6, head-butting isn't random affection. It's social bond marking. Here's something most people don't realize. When your cat bumps their head against you, they're not just being cute. They're performing a primal bonding ritual that traces back thousands of years. That gentle nudge carries a message. Cats have scent glands along their forehead, and when they press into you, they're marking you with their scent. In their world, this means you're mine, your family, you're safe. Think about how your cat does it. Maybe they lean into your hand when you reach down. Maybe they stand on your chest and tap your chin with their forehead. Maybe it's a soft bump against your leg as you walk by. These aren't accidents. These are deliberate emotional signals. And here's the part people miss. Cats don't bunt strangers. They don't even bunt casual acquaintances. They reserve this behavior for their closest social bonds, for the ones they trust completely. Watch your cat's body language the next time it happens. The relaxed tail, the slow step forward, the tiny purr rumbling underneath. It's a full body message of belonging. And once a cat claims you this way, they often reveal the deepest trust signal of all, using their voice just for you. Number 7, when your cat talks to you, they're giving you a privilege they don't share with other cats. Have you ever wondered why your cat meows at you, but not at other cats? It's not random noise. It's not demand. It's trust, and it's personal. Remember how we talked about head-butting being a bonding ritual? Well, vocalizing is the next level of that bond. Cats don't meow at each other once they're adults. They only do it for humans because they've learned we listen. That alone says a lot. Think about the sounds they make. The tiny chirp when you walk into the room. The soft trill when they hop onto the bed. That half meow they give as if they're mid-thought. These are emotional messages, not just vocal habits. And here's the key. The softer the sound, the deeper the trust. A cat won't expose vocal vulnerability unless they feel completely safe. Soft meows, gentle murmurs, those little rolling are sounds. These signals say, I'm comfortable enough to share what I feel. You might even notice patterns, morning greetings, quiet check-ins, little conversation starters when they pass by you, all tiny threads weaving your bond tighter. And now that you've seen all 7 signals, it's time to understand what they reveal about your relationship. Here's the thing. Cats aren't cold, distant, or impossible to read. Not really. They just speak in a quieter language, one made up of small signals, soft gestures, and tiny moments most people overlook. But now you know what those moments reveal. Every slow blink, every quiet follow, every soft head but carries meaning. Your cat isn't just living alongside you, they're choosing you. And once you start noticing that, your whole relationship shifts. You stop wondering whether your cat loves you, and you start seeing all the ways they've been saying it from the beginning. So here's your next step. Pay attention to the small things. They're the ones that matter most to your cat. And tell me in the comments which trust signal does your cat show you the